The Philadelphia 76ers and their fans had a roller coaster of emotions during the night of the draft lottery. For a brief moment, we thought they were losing their first round pick, but no, they ended up moving into the top 4, and they were blessed with the 3rd overall pick because a lot of bad teams this year, like the Jazz, the Wizards, the Nets, the Pelicans, the Hornets, all dropped in the lottery, and the Sixers, who maybe were going to lose their pick to the Thunder, ended up going up to number 3, and they are a fascinating team to watch this offseason. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? How much can the Sixers maximize this Embiid window, right? They made an amazing trade at the deadline, trading Caleb Martin for Quentin Grimes. They get his restricted rights in free agency, and he's going to be a very good player for the Sixers next year. They need to match anything unless somebody throws $40 million at him. Paul George can't be as bad in year number 2 in Philly as he was in year number 1. Hopefully him fully healthy. He's going to have less of a workload as well because you're going to have Maxey fully healthy. Hopefully Embiid is back fully healthy after having basically a full season off. No Olympics this summer, so he's getting a full offseason off as well. And Jared McCain is going to be back fully healthy, who looked like the best rookie in the NBA before he went down. And now you just landed the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft. And the Sixers, while I'm not going to make any trades with the 3rd overall pick right now, and that may come in a later rebuild, could they attach Paul George at number 3 to go after Kevin Durant? Could they attach Tyrese Maxey in number 3 to go after Giannis Antetokounmpo? All could be on the table, so we'll see what they're going to end up doing. Ace Bailey goes number 2, which I was afraid that was going to happen. So, yeah, Dylan Harper's going number 2, either to the Spurs or a different team. I'm going to take Dylan Harper right now, and I'm just going to make a trade with the San Antonio Spurs. And while I do think that the Sixers are going to go Ace Bailey, and that's what we are going to do today, I think it may be wise for them to take VJ Edgecombe, who could be just a very good defensive complementary piece of this team right now. And yeah, I'm going to have to turn on trade override after this. But yeah, we are going to get Ace Bailey going forward here in Philadelphia. And I love this pick as well. Just picked up Cedric Coward, who I think is going to stay in the NBA draft. He's currently committed to Duke, but could go into the NBA draft. A really good 3-and-D wing, and I think that is a home run pick for Philadelphia. So we ended up drafting Cedric Coward there at 35. I'm going to trade away Dylan Harper for Ace Bailey right now. Rucker player for Rucker player. And that hurts me a little bit more because Ace is going to be making more now that he was drafted 2nd overall instead of 3rd overall. But yeah, he does fit this team positionally, right? Will he be a good 3-point shooter? It was very up and down this past year at Rutgers. How can he look? I think he can actually be mentored like Paul George, because if he ever reaches his ceiling, that is like Paul George in the NBA, but that is a big what if. So we are going to pick up the option on Kelly Oubre. Drummond opts in. Edwards, we are definitely bringing back. This was a nice undrafted find by the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm actually going to bring back Jared Butler as well. We are going to let Lonnie Walker and Eric Gordon walk. Now, a big thing I want to do this offseason as well for Philadelphia is I want to add a good backup center, so I don't have to play Embiid a ton throughout the regular season. We could maybe go after Mo Wagner, or I could look to trade for a center. And I'm going to try to trade away Andre Drummond's expiring and Kelly Oubre's expiring to Portland for Robert Williams. They're going to agree to that. All right, so Robert Williams, I mean, I'm basically getting another injury-prone center behind Joel Embiid. I get that. Dembo I think was good in his minutes last year. I liked him a ton at UCLA. High competitive motor. Should I bring back Ben Simmons? No, I'm not going to do that. I think we can also, I don't know, I could sign somebody right here. Kenrich Williams, Bol, Jabari Walker. I think I may just try to sign Mo Wagner as well. Just more the merrier for the big man depth. And I want to bring back Gershon, and he's a restricted free agent, so I'm going to match any deal that he gets. And we are going to say goodbye to Lowry, Jeff Doughton, and Lonnie Walker the 4th. So Gershon actually got a deal from the Utah Jazz, 3 years, $29 million. We are matching that. Maybe I didn't really need to go out and get Robert Williams now that we have Mo Wagner, but hey, more the merrier, like I said, here in Philly. Player progression, Embiid does regress a little bit. Paul George is all the way down to a 79 overall. Great. Good thing we do have Ace Bailey to basically replace him. Hopefully he just retires at the end of this year. Also, I forgot to mention, or really forgot to show up, so I had to really kind of correct it. Quentin Grimes got a 4-year, $86 million deal from the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, I'm matching that, so he's going to be back here 100%. So I'm excited to see what this team is going to look like. I think McCain is best suited off the bench. I think Ace Bailey might come off the bench to start the year at least, because Paul George has to start for us, man. I think Grimes is a lot better of a defender than Jared McCain, so we're going to go something like this. Do I want Gershon at the 4? I'm okay with that right now. I don't think I need to start Paul George and Ace Bailey. So I don't know how much Cedric Coward is going to play this year, because I want to play Justin Edwards a decent amount of minutes. And yeah, I honestly may just give Paul George 24 minutes a night. We're going to rest him up throughout the regular season. Same like Embiid, or same with Embiid, who's only going to play like 32 minutes a night. We are going to go to balance, which is going to be 4 stars, perimeter centric, a little bit better. We'll get there. And I'm still high on Justin Edwards for this team as well. I think he was really good in his rookie season. He was efficient, played hard on defense, and could be a real rotational piece for them in 2026, and even better than maybe what Kelly Oubre was for them over over the last few years. I did not trade away my 2026 first round pick, and we are off to an 0-3 start. So we'll see how the season goes. Maybe 2K does not like this roster whatsoever, and I'm going to have to bench guys like Gershon and Paul George at one point. I mean, we're 2-6, 3-6. Okay, rattling off some wins now. So here at the trade deadline, we are 25-25 right now. It's a weaker Eastern Conference than the West, so we don't have to deal with those juggernauts over there, and Dylan Harper on the Spurs and Cooper Flag on the Mavericks. So we have a 2.1 point differential this year. 25-25 puts us as the 9th seed in the Eastern Conference, but I think this is where we can see some lineup switches. Maxey has been the #1 guy, all-star level scorer in this league. Definitely benefits playing with Joel Embiid, who's taking it easy throughout the regular season. We're seeing the wear and tear on his body a little bit. Quentin Grimes, great 3-and-D player, 47% from the field, 40% from 3. There's Jared McCain, also an elite shooter on this team. Paul George, it is what it is at this point, which is kind of a shame. I think Ace Bailey could be in the rotation throughout the rest of the year. I think Gershon is a potential trade target at this deadline as well. And a player I am targeting is John Collins, who got a 1-year deal from the Brooklyn Nets. Could I offer you Gershon Yabusele for Collins? They do not want to counter it. I would also offer Robert Williams in this deal, and I will take back Trey Lyles. Why not? So can we get this deal done? They are not even going to offer a counter, which I will throw in 2 seconds. That does not get it done. I don't really want to throw in a first because I don't believe I get bird rights on John Collins. Never mind. What about if I pivoted here and I gave you my 2030 first, Gershon and Robert Williams for Cam Johnson and Trey Lyles? Would they do that? They won't. All right, so I don't really have cap flexibility because Embiid's getting paid a ton of money. So is Paul George. So I'm going to trade Robert Williams and his expired contract, as well as Ricky Council, who's not even in the rotation, for Harrison Ingram and Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson has not really been an efficient shooter since like 2022, but it does give us an asset that we can move this offseason or potentially on draft night. And I keep Gershon for now, who I can also move in the offseason. And it's basically the change of the guard. We're going to give Paul George probably like 17 minutes a night, and we're going to get Ace Bailey in the rotation, or in the starting lineup, I should say. All right, so Wemby wins MVP this year for the San Antonio Spurs. Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year for the Dallas Mavericks. No shocker there. Josh Giddey ended up in Portland. Guess they're not sold on Scoot. Our second half really wasn't the best in the world. Shout out to Domantas Sabonis ending up on All-NBA second team. Tyrese Halliburton, guys that were traded for each other. Here is All-NBA third team between Kyrie, Cade, and Mobley and Powell. So no 76ers make it, including Joel Embiid. Nobody on all defensive team. Ace does slide in there on all rookie first team. He ended up shooting 37% from 3, but just 65% from the free throw line. And I think just by default, there wasn't enough eligible rookies. Cedric Howard, all rookie second team, even though he was horrible. We did not make the playoffs this year. Well, we can still make the playoffs. We ended up as the 10th seed, 38-44. We just edged out the Boston Celtics with the tiebreaker, to get a playing tournament spot, 6 games under 500. Honestly, we own our first round pick this year. Put me out of my misery, Charlotte. Beat us in the first leg. Hopefully, this allows Paul George to maybe retire. We can open up some more money against the hard cap, and we can go from there, basically, and maybe think about trading Joel Embiid. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. We're taking on the Charlotte Hornets. They signed Ty Jerome. They could be an interesting Ty Jerome team this offseason, and they're going to beat us. They are going to blow us out. Our defense sucked, and I guess I'm doing that to myself with all the guards we have on the team. We ended up losing by 27, 156, 129, 34 for Maxey, 21 for Embiid, 15 for Keldon Johnson. Honestly, good riddance to the 2026 Sixers as well. Kyrie Irving and Evan Mobley are your conference finals MVPs, and the Mavericks are going to win in 5, with Kyrie getting finals MVP and gets the second ring of his career. Honestly, though, vibe should be high, and Paul George ends up retiring. I'm going to let him retire. I'm not going to override it. I'm going to just take what I get here. Doc Rivers ends up retiring, a Sixers coaching GOAT. I don't know if I want to keep around Nick Nurse for one more year. Just the fact that this team has not been performing. I think we got to make some decisions at the top. Now, Paul George leaving helps us out a little bit financially. It's not like we have cap space because I'm paying Grimes, Maxey, and Embiid a bunch of money. We'll see where the 2026 lottery brings us. Can we get somewhat lucky here as the Pelicans get the #1 pick? I do have the 10th overall pick in this draft. And Nick Nurse has 1 year left on the deal. I might as well just leave him on it. And do I look at Embiid? I don't know. I think there is a scenario where I could trade Joel Embiid. I don't know if I'm going to move Embiid right now. I'm going to flip Gershon Yabusele to the Thunder for their 2030 first round pick. Probably going to be in the late 20s, but I think I just wanted to shut up that money a little bit and can open up a roster spot or two. So I'm going to butcher his name, but I want to get him. I'm going to get Tonde Yesufu here with the 10th overall pick in this draft, passing up on Caleb Wilson and Nate Ament. maybe I'm not going to do that then. I want to get him. Maybe I trade up for him. He's somebody that looks exactly like Anthony Edwards. Like, he plays identically to him. Like, Dylan Raiola at Nebraska, he tries to model Patrick Mahomes. This is what Yesafo does going into Baylor. It's kind of crazy. So I'm actually going to go with Caleb Wilson here to maybe be that power forward next to Joel Embiid. All right, so I'm going to try to get the Rockets 2031st and their current pick right now for Mo Wagner. They're going to say no, but could I throw in maybe like 2 seconds to get that done? If not, I'll just take their first this year. 3 seconds to get that done. That's fine with me. And then, yeah, I'm going to take Yesafu here from Baylor, correct? Yep, from Baylor. All right, so we're building out this young core even more. I know it says Yabusele, but that is not his name. I'm going to pick up the team option on McCain and Coward. We get a little bit more size in that draft. I'm going to pay Justin Edwards here in free agency. I may get a mid-level exception. Just kidding. It's not really a decent amount of money. And I'm going to sign guys like Kenrich Williams and Kelly Olynyk to 1-year deals. I'm going to renounce the rights on everybody but Justin Edwards. I do have about $15 million in trade exceptions, which is nice. All right, and I can't sign Justin Edwards because he was a second-round pick. 2K's really got to fix that. So I'm going to get him on either whatever deal he gets offered and I'll match it, or the qualifying offer. And yeah, we're going to get Edwards back on a qualifying offer. Embiid, 92 overall. Maxey regresses. McCain is up to an 88. The dude is just a beast. Ace Bailey going up. Hopefully this year is going to be a little bit better. And I'm going to have, I think, a Dembona be the backup 5. All right, so we are going to go into the season. I did change Keldon Johnson's position. I want to start Caleb Wilson actually at the 4. So Keldon Johnson's going to come off the bench. He's going to get like 17 minutes a night with Justin Edwards. We're going to have a Dembona be the backup center. So Embiid's going to get 33 minutes a night. We'll go with Quentin Grimes as the 6th man this year. I'm going to go about 25 to Caleb Wilson. Let's go 31 to Bailey, 31 to McCain. We're going to go 36 to Maxey. And then I got about 5 more minutes. We'll give it to Cedric Howard. Yesafu will maybe crack the rotation, depending on what happens with Keldon Johnson. If he doesn't shoot the ball well, if I trade him, we can get those guys in there. We start off the season 1-2. That's great. We no longer can blame Paul George. He has retired. We start off the year 3-3. I just want to make the playoffs. And we're at the deadline here with a 26-24 record. So still flirting around 500. We are the 8th seed. We do have a positive point differential, 1.6. So here we are. Maxey's averaging 21.7 points. Embiid, just not the Embiid he used to be. Does look like he's a little bit better this year. McCain, an absolute sharpshooter. There's Ace Bailey, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Somehow is shooting 48% from 3 this year on 278 attempts. Okay. Quentin Grimes, good numbers for us off the bench. Fine with that. Caleb Wilson, good year 1 numbers. I think Keldon Johnson shooting 44% from 3. Free agent at the end of the year. Could be somebody we could dangle at the deadline. Justin Edwards shooting 39% from 3. And yeah, I think right now, even though we could still make the playoffs, I want to probably sell more than buy. And I think I'm going to do this trade with the Toronto Raptors. We're going to sell high on Keldon Johnson and trade away a 2029 first, which is a little bit risky. I get Kevin Porter Jr. in this trade, who I could reflip, but I'm going to get Derek Queen. And Dembona hasn't been great this year, and I think Derek Queen could be a good backup center for us. And I get him under a nice team contract for the next 2 years as well. And I'm going to trade away Kevin Porter Jr. and a second in 2030 for a different junior, Scottie Pippen Jr. over from the Memphis Grizzlies, who's just making $2.4 million. So after all this, like Derek Queen is going to be the backup center. He's going to get 15 minutes a night, and then we're going to get Scottie Pippen Jr. in this rotation. How has Cedric Howard been this year? Because Cedric Howard, he has been better this year. I do want to get Yesafo in the rotation next year by the minimum. And I wonder in the offseason if it would be wise to maybe move away or trade away Quentin Grimes or Jared McCain to get like maybe a better wing. I just don't know right now because it's just the Embiid piece. I don't want to trade Embiid. I want to win a title with him in Philadelphia. Just feels like we're not getting much better right now when we should be. And Wemby wins MVP. Good thing he is in the Western Conference. I think Giddey back-to-back years just won 6th man of the year. VJ Edgecombe most improved over there in Charlotte. Jason Kidd gets coach of the year. So maybe we're going to go with a different head coach this offseason. Trae Young actually signed with the LA Clippers, ended up on all NBA first team. What did those numbers look like? 26-10. Efficiency was okay. There's Cooper Flagg on all NBA third team. No Ace Bailey. Do we get anybody on an all defensive team? Nope, but Nikola Jokic is there. We do get Caleb Wilson on all rookie first team. I think he showed flashes this year as a 20-year-old. And here we are into the play-in tournament yet again as the 7th seed. So we could not get a top 6 seed in the East. We won a little bit more games this year, 42-40. We'll see if we could beat the Indiana Pacers. I'm going to trim the rotation a little bit for the play-in. So right now, I think I'm going to just not play Cedric Howard at all. We're going to have Pippen Jr. We're going to have Derek Queen off the bench. Justin Edwards is going to play a little bit more. I definitely want to go more minutes to Ace Bailey, Maxey, Embiid, and those guys. So we'll see what happens. Can we beat the Pacers? Yes, we can. So we get the 7th seed. We beat them by 3. I feel like I'd rather take on Milwaukee. They've added Jalen Duren. They do have Josh Giddey. I mean, Chicago, Maybe not the scariest 2 seed in the world either. We could definitely pull off the upset. I feel like we have a better team on paper. All right, game number 1 here between the Sixers and the Bulls. I don't remember exactly if this is the last time they played in the playoffs, but yeah, it wasn't great for Derrick Rose's future when they met up, when like Iggy and Lou Will and Drew Holiday were in Philadelphia. We do win 108-105 here in game number 2. McCain had 26, Embiid with 23. Game number 3 does go to Chicago. 109-103, Embiid. Just not getting great Embiid numbers. 2K is not a big fan of Embiid anymore. We do tie up the series, though. Maxey just dropped 21. McCain dropped 30. A lot of guys in double figures. Ace Bailey had 7 assists. Okay. We do win game number 5 in overtime. 147-140 in an electric matchup. All right, can we pull off the series upset? Yes, we can. Let's go. Nick Nurse keeping his job alive. Maybe it's because Ace Bailey is blossoming and had his first real playoff, like, moment. 30-12, 7-2, and 5 to beat the 2 seed, and we win in 6. We're taking on Cleveland in round number 2. Better team than us on paper, for sure. I think Cleveland is an interesting team to watch this offseason as they're flirting with the second apron. 114-102. We lose game 1. Can we make this a series? No, we end up losing game number 2. I mean, if they go up 3-0, it's pretty much over. Game 3, all right, pretty much over, I would say, and we don't even get a single win. But hey, at least we got a playoff series victory. I don't know if we're heading in the right direction. I'd like to think we are. I just feel like I don't know. I want to win with Embiid, but I wonder if it's just better off trading him this offseason because that could free up so much money as the Minnesota Timberwolves just beat the Cavs in the NBA Finals. Loaded Hall of Fame class here. LeBron, KD, Harden, Curry, Russ, and of course, Sixers legend, Kelly Olynyk. So yeah, all 5 of those guys are going to the Hall of Fame. Nick Nurse's contract is up, so I do think we might move it. I don't know. We did get a playoff series victory, so we'll see. I don't believe I have any first round picks here in the lottery. We do have to give the Nets the 17th pick from the James Harden trade. So yeah, we do not own anything unless I'm missing it. But yeah, I don't think we own anything in the lottery. Let's see what the coaching pool is looking like. So Nick Nurse is there. Is like Ty Lue here? Like Ty Lue is somebody I would bring in. Ugh. The coaching pool is not great. So you know what? I think we're going to give Nick Nurse a 2-year extension. And bang, there it is. So let's sign Nick Nurse to a 2-year deal. But you know what? I think I'm committed. My chips have been in. I should have traded Embiid 2 years ago if I was actually going to move him. So yeah, let's just try to build the best possible roster around him. That I think also involves reevaluating the backcourt. Maybe we are going to try to trade Grimes this offseason to try to upgrade there because McCain is a 6-man. I mean, McCain as a starting 2 guard is great. Like him and Maxey, 6'2", 6'3", not great defenders. I mean, they're graded out all right in 2K. So let's see here. Free agency, Justin Edwards, he's restricted, so I don't need to re-sign him right now. Damn, I really did not get blessed with any contracts this offseason or a mid-level exception in this rebuild. I'm also going to try to bring back Cedric Howard. Can I sign him, please? There we go. A 2-year deal worth around $10 million. I'm going to bring back Edwards 3 years, $50 million. And yeah, I think I'm just going to roll in with what we got again. Hopefully the internal progression of this team can bring us far. We got Derek Queen as the backup 5. And then yeah, Caleb Wilson's going to be the 4. We have Bailey, Edwards, yes, a 4 from Duke. I keep wanting to say Yabusele, but that's not his name. And from Baylor, not from Duke. That's such a coward. Let's see what next year's season could bring us. Hopefully Embiid doesn't regress too much at player progression. Embiid is a 92, McCain is a 91, Maxey 88, Bailey 87, Grimes 85. I mean, I think this team can still make a run in a wide open East. All right, so let's re-sign McCain. He's about to get like max money from us. He progresses very well in this game. Embiid, we are not going to give an extension to. I still don't know why they gave him that extension before this year when they didn't even know if he was fully healthy. I know, like, I'm happy Embiid got the gold medal, but were the Olympics really worth it? But hey, maybe that's why Ace Bailey is currently a Philadelphia 76er. I do want to get Yesa4 into the rotation this year. Derek Queen is definitely going to be the backup center, so he's going to get like 20 minutes a night. We're going to go 28 to Embiid. We can go 28 to Grimes, 25 to Wilson. Let's go 32 to Bailey. Let's go 28 to McCain. We can go 34 to Maxey. Scottie Pippen Jr. can get like 14 minutes a night. We can go like 18 to Edwards. So I guess I'll give Yesa4 about 13 minutes a night instead of Cedric Howard. We are 4.5-star balanced. 4.5-star balance. Can we please get a top seed in the East this year? Please. All right, so finally, we are performing well. We are 35-14. We are on a 7-game winning streak, and we are the 2 seed here in the East. Maxey is only averaging 16.7 points per game. Interesting. What is Ace averaging this year? 17.6. So I guess it's really just spread out a ton. Embiid at 17. Grimes at 13. I mean, is our offense just not really clicking? I don't know if it's the system. No, we actually have the best offense in the NBA. I'm just kind of intrigued to see why Maxey's only averaging 16.7 points, but I also just have 7 guys in double figures. And maybe it's not wise to make this blockbuster trade at the deadline when you're performing this well, but I'm doing it anyway. I am trading away Quentin Grimes Justin Edwards, which is going to hurt a little bit, and my 2028 first round pick in exchange for Sandro. And I'm getting Zion Williamson, who is a free agent at the end of the year. We're using a trade exception to get it done. I'm going from Caleb Wilson to Zion Williamson there in the starting five, which is pretty electric. Zion's going to get like 33 minutes a night. This is Embiid's last stance, and I want to have the best team out there possible. So we're going to see what like Cedric Howard can do in a little bit more playing time. Caleb Wilson can get around, honestly, 23 minutes a night coming off the bench. How's Yesafor doing? He's all right. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how Coward's going to look. I don't think I'm going to play Sandro or Bona for the rest of the year. I cannot sign Zion, which is okay, but I'm excited that we just added Zion Williamson to this team. And Luka Doncic stayed in LA here. He ends up winning MVP. Tyron Stokes is your rookie of the year. Darius Cuff, 6th man. Wemby takes home Depoy. Jalen Harrelson, most improved. Luka is your clutch player of the year. And Kenny Atkinson takes home coach of the year. Here's All-NBA first team. Nikola Jokic is actually on the Warriors, leaving me speechless right now. Ja, Şengün, Tatum. Giannis is in Denver. Whoa, what is going on here? A lot of guys switched teams last offseason. No 76ers on any of these awards, unfortunately. We ended the season as the 2 seed. Okay, last year we were in this 2-7 matchup, but on the opposite side, we're taking on a Bucks team that doesn't have Giannis. They have DeJounte Murray. They have Jalen Green. This is a team we should definitely beat. And let's see what this rotation is going to look like, because it's going to be Maxey McCain. I worry about the defense, but the floor spacing should be good enough. So we're going to have Wilson off the bench with Derek Queen, Pippen Jr., and then do I trust Coward or do I trust Yesafor? I think I trust Yesafor a little bit more. So he's going to get 15 minutes with Scottie Pippen Jr. We're going to go 18 to Queen. We're going to go about 22 to Wilson. Let's do 37 to Zion. Let's do, honestly, actually 36 to Zion, 36 to Bailey, 36 to Maxey, 32 to McCain. And let's do this. Game number 1 against Milwaukee. We win by 21. Jared McCain, 31 points in 35 minutes. Derek Queen even stepped up as well. Game 2, we scored, oh my God, 52 points in the 4th quarter to win by 17. All right, that's kind of incredible. I'll take it. Yesafor had 20 points in 15 minutes. We take a 3-0 lead. We are a 4th quarter team, 45 points in the 4th quarter. Ace just had 24. Let's not blow a 3-0 lead, and we sweep them. Wow, okay, that is kind of a statement series here. It's the last dance, and I'm recording this when the news just came out. Tatum, ruptured Achilles tendon, may miss all of the 2026 season. What is the Eastern Conference going to be next year, if we're being honest? Like, maybe, I don't know if Milwaukee's going to trade Giannis now, or do they think the East is wide open? But if Giannis goes to the West, Cooper Flagg's going to the West. I mean, KD might come to the East, but either way, the East is going to be wide open next year. We go up 2-1. They tie it up. They go up 3-2. Don't lose. My God, man, come on. Damn, I thought we were going to at least make it to the conference finals. We had a 10.3 point differential. They had a 3.6. That sucks a lot. What did Embiid even average in these playoffs? A lot, dude, he's cooked. He's so cooked. I forget if he's got a player option, which I think he does, which kind of sucks, but I kind of just want to let Embiid walk. The Mavericks win in 5. Cooper Flagg is your finals MVP. Oh, he doesn't retire. Man, I wanted to win with Embiid. I really did. But yeah, I may have to move on from him. And maybe when I do a trading number 3 pick rebuild with the Sixers, I'm going to move on from him as well. The Pelicans do get the 11th overall pick from the Clippers from the Zion trade. I get my pick at 28. I think I'm going to fire Nick Nurse after that year, honestly. We're just going to go in a different direction. Can I get JJ Redick to come to Philly? Could I get Steve Kerr? Could I get Ime Udoka? That would be a huge ad. I am confident that I'm going to get Udoka. I'll go after Wade, but yeah, I'm going to sign Ime Udoka to be the next Sixers head coach. Probably the guy they should have got before they signed Doc Rivers. Yeah, Embiid's got that player option, great, which we know he's going to opt into. So honestly, there's a chance I sign Simon Nance there. Pretty good center, actually, out of Colorado's 71 overall, 19 years old, and already 7'3". Well, that makes sense. Embiid opts in at $69 million. He's a backup next year. Derek Queen is going to be the starting center in the 2029 season. At Dembona, we're going to let walk, and I do want to bring back Zion Williamson. It's okay right now just because we're going to have that Embiid contract off the books next offseason. Like, this is a really good team. I just don't know if the McCain and Maxey backcourt just hasn't been working. But yeah, like Queen, Bailey, Maxey, Embiid would all need new contracts next offseason. And then I'm going to hope to just get Scottie Pippen Jr. back on the QO. All right, so let's sign Scottie Pippen Jr. back on the QO. McCain's a 94, Zion's a 94, Embiid's a 93. We got some Duke Blue Devils at the top. This is a really good team that should be able to move far into the playoffs. Hopefully Ime Udoka could be the right man for the job. And yeah, I think I'm going to start Derek Queen over Embiid. All right, so I don't think I'm going to play Cedric Howard, unfortunately, in this rotation. I want to just see what the 9-man rotation can do. So we're going to start Queen at the 5, which is kind of crazy. Embiid's going to get 20 minutes tonight. We're going to go 28 to Queen. We're going to go 24 to Wilson. Yesa can get 19. Scottie Pippen Jr. can get 14 for now. I would like to go 34 to the backcourt. And I would like to go, honestly, 34 to these guys. So maybe I'll go 33 to McCain. All right, that's going to be the team this year. We're 4.5 stars under Ime Udoka. Let's try to win a title here in 2029. All right, so we didn't have an MVP this year. That has pretty much been reserved for Victor Wembanyama as Mikael Brown Jr., one most improved. Pretty good. Ime Udoka, 67 and 15. All right, man, this has got to be a team. We have moved Embiid to the bench, making $64 million, and we just got a 1 seed for doing so. We're taking on the Miami Heat. These teams have had matchups in the playoffs before. 20.9 point differential this year. That is amazing. So maybe it was going to Ime Udoka, which put us over the top, or maybe it was benching Joel Embiid. And he's probably the best backup center in the NBA, and he was actually pretty efficient off the bench. So I'm very good with my top 9, with Yesa, with Scottie Pippen Jr., who was incredible for us this year. I think these guys are going to get like 18 and 13 minutes a night. They want me to start. I don't know. I think I want to start Derek Queen because he's a good playmaker too. I think we're fine with this. They want me to lower Ace Bailey's minutes, but I don't. He's also like a big part of this rebuild. So let's go 35 to Maxey, 35 to Zion. Please beat the Heat here in round number 1. They have a solid team, but I feel like if we just did all that in the regular season and lose round number 1, I will be quite upset. We win in 5. So here we go. Full circle. The year everybody thought the 76ers could win it all. 2021. It was also 2019. But they lost in this exact matchup. 1 versus, it was 5 Atlanta who beat the Knicks. And Trae Young beat them. Ben Simmons basically got broken that game. Didn't shoot the ball. And we are going to get revenge. We are going to beat them in 5 to take on the 2-seeded Pistons here. Jared McCain might be the best player. How does a guard shoot 72% from the field in a full series? I know it was only 5 games, but damn. All right. Oh, that's sick. Christian Brown next to Cade with Desar, Collins. Okay, that's a good team. Robert Williams, 76ers legend, and they just have Mikal Bridges chilling off the bench. Could have been a Sixer, but we are up 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. Don't blow a 3-1 lead, please. Don't blow a 3-1 lead. Thank God we are in the NBA Finals, and we're taking on Cooper Flag and the Dallas Mavericks. Oh boy, I am nervous. I am nervous. Dallas is really good. They've added Dalton Connect. Oh my God. 2K has to love that team because 2K also loves Dalton Connect. Here we go. Ace Bailey versus Cooper Flag. Game 1 goes to Philly. We win 108-105. Caleb Wilson was actually the leading scorer. We win game 2, 155-119. Zion with 29. Ace with 24. Game 3 goes to Philadelphia, 131-116. And can we sweep them? I actually thought they were going to give us our toughest test, and we just gentlemen sweep them. It was way scarier, I guess, going up against Detroit. And Zion just got your finals MVP award. Yeah, I've actually never done this before, but we are going to rig the system. Where even is Joel Embiid in here? Joel Embiid averaged 11.8 points in the finals, and I'm going to make him the finals MVP. He averaged 15.6. Yeah, I've never done that before. And that is going to be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy that number 3 pick Sixers rebuild. Let me know what you think they should do in the offseason. Do you package 3 and George for KD? Do you try to go after Giannis? Or you look at the Tatum injury and the East landscape and say, you know what? We take Ace Bailey, who can help us right now. We maybe trade down to get Cam Johnson or something, or Herb Jones, and we could win a title next year. Let me know what you think they should do down below. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.